All right. Yeah. So I guess, every time I go live, there's people maybe that haven't seen a previous live or haven't heard me talk about this. So I have to share the story. Um, I'm very grateful for the time that I had on Heartland and the shows, the episodes and the stories that I was a part of. It was fantastic. And it really shaped my life and gave me an opportunity to learn about the film industry and also about working with amazing people. Other talented artists and production and crew and whatnot. Fantastic. I miss the collaborative creative effort. I was on set the other day shooting something and I was like, oh man, I love this. I love the creative process of finding the scene, finding the moment, creating something, because you have the script and you have the idea of what you want to make. And on the day, sometimes you just do it exactly like it is on the paper, but most of the time there's something, you find something new, or you don't have the conditions to meet the script exactly how it was intended. So you kind of have to be creative. Like, well, we don't have enough time, or the sun's going down, the weather's changed. Like, how do we make this scene come alive given the circumstance that we have here? And so that's my favorite thing, is being creative in the moment, trying our best to use what we have to bring the story to life. And I'll tell you a quick story of an example of this. In the scenes for Ty when he's in Mongolia and he gets kidnapped by the guys on the road in Mongolia, and they're like, get in the truck, and Ty and his friend are forced into the truck. It was scripted as just they kind of like come out of nowhere and they point their guns and they say, get in the truck. And then, the characters, go in and they get in the truck. And I said, it feels like it needs to be more dramatic. It feels like there needs to be something, the stakes have to be shown that this is for real. And otherwise it's just kind of like, Ty and Batar. I think that's how you pronounce his name. We're just, okay, well, you got guns, okay, we'll go in the truck. But we don't know these characters, we don't know what they're like, we never seen them before. So I said, I think it would be great if one of the bad guys took a shotgun and he fired a shot into the air to basically say, we mean business. And before that, Ty and Batar can be like, protesting and being like, no, like we're just traveling here, like it's okay, like don't worry, like trying to get themselves out of the situation. And then when the gun fires, it's like, whoa, they mean business, okay, we're moving, like just relax, kind of thing, right? Because otherwise it just felt it just felt fake. It didn't feel real. And so we got the shotgun loaded with a blank, so you're not actually shooting anything, it's just the sound, right? And we hooked it all up and got it ready, and we shot the scene that way. And so that's just a small example of little moments like that where, as an actor, you're working with the director and the writer and the producers and all the different creative people on set. And you're like, how do we bring this to life while honoring our characters, honoring the story, and then also honoring the conditions that we have on set? Like, we only have so much time. The sun is only up for so long, so many hours in the sky, Bata was his name. Thank you. Sorry, Bata, not Batar. Bata. Yeah, and so that's what I miss, is working with great people. I miss obviously the crew and the friends that I have that are on the Heartland show. But I love that creative process of showing up in the morning. You have your sides. You're like, okay, this is what we're. Got a hair hanging off my face here. We're trying to make this script work and find the story in here and bring it to life given the circumstances that we have. So it's very different than filmmaking. TV is, you got to keep moving because you're filming one episode as the last episode that you filmed is being edited. And so it's kind of like you kind of have to keep it moving, otherwise you get behind and the episode has to air at a certain point. So you have to be very careful that you don't get carried away with your creative ideas. They have to be doable, they have to serve the story, and they have to honor the characters, right? So it's a really fun process of creative collaboration and problem solving within in a very short time frame very often. Whereas with a movie, especially higher budget movies, they have lots of time. They can just be like, it's not working, we're going to fly to another country and start shooting something else right now. This isn't working, we got the weather's not right, we'll go somewhere else. They have that luxury of just shifting and changing plans because they have the money to spend. So that's a big difference between TV, especially the Canadian show Heartland that I worked on, and on a big budget film when it comes to making it work.